Good morning, students. We begin our class, and today we are going to talk about the structure and the layout of an argumentative essay. Yesterday, we discussed about the discursive essay writing skill. Today, we are going to talk about the argumentative essay. So, the structure remains the same. The basic structure remains the same. You have the introduction in the beginning, then you have the body of the essay, and then you have the conclusion. But here what happens is the writer, when he's presenting, he or she is presenting his ideas, he's talking about some kind of new revelation or some kind of new finding through his or her research and trying to make his or her point clear. So there is more of argument because the generalized statement and belief system is being kind of fought or rebuted or kind of argued. So there will be a lot of data presentation. There will be a lot of other sources through which the person has found out that this is a fact. So a lot of argument happens to prove his or her point. So what you need to remember is basically we have the three parts. Okay, the first part is introduction, then you have the body, and then the conclusion. What you need to remember is in the body, they again uh, in an argumentative essay, you will have two parts. One part is where the writer is arguing about what the person is talking about. Okay, uh, against the generalized belief, and then the second part of the body, you can have actually two or three paragraphs to substantiate what you're saying, proving your point or proving the point that you want to let the readers know, and one or two paragraphs about the general belief system. One is your point, and one is a point that people have generally believed in, and you are trying to prove that this is something that I don't believe, and this is what I have found out. These are the survey reports. This is the data. This is the information that I have collected through news or research or scientific findings. All right. So in this particular kind of essay, you have to be very, very prudent, or you have to be very generous about the usage of cohesive devices, as I told you. Okay, those transition words, only then they can be a flow of idea in a very uh, nice manner. So the transition of your ideas from one idea to another will happen very nicely, very smoothly, only when you use these connectives efficiently. All right. So as explained in your textbook, the introductory paragraph, the writer gives a generalized statement about the topic. So the topic sentence, as I said, topic sentence has to appear in the introductory paragraph. And then you can make a generalized statement. Generalized statement, as yesterday we were talking about the global warming thing. Global warming has become a phenomenon where whatever. Okay. So we discuss in a generalized statement. So argumentative essay also can begin with a generalized statement, and then you are gradually, when you come to the body of the essay, you are gradually narrowing down from a generalized statement to what you are trying to focus or what you are trying to prove. So your keywords have to be very prominent. You have to think about what keywords are you using. Whenever we go for these presentations, and when you do some kind of research findings, you have to keep in mind that in the beginning, while you're sending an abstract, you have to write the keywords that you have used in the entire write-up. So abstract is supposed to be the shorter version of the entire essay that you're writing. So abstract is where you will write all the keywords. And there is a mention of keywords also. You'll highlight the keywords and mention all the keywords. So topic statement has to be there in the introductory paragraph. And sorry, first you have to have a generalized statement, then the topic statement, and then you're slowly narrowing down. And when you enter the body part of the essay, you will start discussing each point, your point, and you will try to prove through data that you have collected. It could be primary data, or it also sometimes can be a secondary data. All right. And then you have in the body of the essay, the second paragraph onwards, the writer can either present all the cons in one paragraph, or refute them with pros also in the next paragraph, pros and cons of that particular finding that the person is trying to present. So see, as I said, I did not read the paragraph here. So they say use linkers. The third word that I was actually looking for: transition words, cohesive devices, connectives, and the fourth word is linkers. They are also called as linkers. So he says that use linkers and cohesive devices effectively, so that there is a smooth transition of ideas from one paragraph to another paragraph. This is what I was also saying, right? So in the concluding part, in the conclusion part, here, unlike in the discursive essay, you have to be very, very careful as to what you are trying to narrow down to. What is your focal point of attention, or where are you trying to get the attention of the readers? What exactly are you trying to prove? You have to narrow down, and that's how you will conclude your essay with a very, very strong logical point. And again, I think you can repeat or consolidate the entire ideas into one statement by saying that this is what is my individual opinion. You don't have to use a word sorry, you don't have to use the word individual, but it's the individual's opinion that can be written down. In my opinion, I think this is what should be done for the development of the nation. Like such kind of sentences can be written to wind up the entire essay. Am I clear with the explanation? Do you have any doubts? You can ask me. So if you look into your textbook, children, you will also understand that they have given you three structures to be followed to write an argumentative essay. The first structure is introduction, supporting argument number 2, opposing argument, and refutation and conclusion. In the second structure, introduction, opposing argument, first they are talking about opposing. The second, see, they're not talking about his or her opinion. First is talking about what is a generalized opinion, and then supporting argument number 1, supporting argument number 2, or conclusion. That's the second structure. And the third structure is introduction, opposing argument number 1, opposing argument number 2, and then conclusion. So what happens is, either you can directly, after introducing the topic, you can directly jump into explaining about your points, or you can actually first talk about what people have been generally thinking about, and in the third or the second part of the body of the essay, you can explain about what have you found out. All right. So argumentative essays, you need to be a little more aggressive in your ideas, in the sense you have to present your ideas with proper data and not beat around the bush or just talk about your general opinion. There are a lot of people who actually just generally talk about certain things because somebody has told you something. You must have heard about some of these organizations who fought against a movie called Padmavati. How can you say that Padmavati can be like this? She was not like this. If you realize, Padmavati was never there as a queen in Rajasthan. It is a fictitious character created by one of these poets in his poem, and it's a fictitious character or fictitious queen. People didn't know all that, but just because she's a queen and she cannot be spoken like that, or she cannot be insulted that way, people started coming and some organizations started fighting and all without any kind of proper reasoning. So what I'm trying to say is, whenever you're arguing in your essays, ensure that you have proper proof. All right, you have substantial evidences, you have data to prove what you're saying is right. You may be or may not be right, but then you're trying to let the world know or the readers know that these are the reasons why I'm fighting for this particular cause or this particular thing. All right, children. So just go through the text, and then we will find out the difference between an argumentative essay and discursive. Thank you.